Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my recommendations for the Sephora sale. This video was really hard because I had to pick brands that don't normally go on sale, and if those brands do have sales, that they are not 20% off. So for example, Westman Atelier. Westman Atelier is one of those brands that even like the most discount you will get on a Westman Atelier product is 15% off. That's how much I've seen it discounted on their website or through other retailers. So for that example, you know, that's the reason why I chose the brands that I chose, because I feel that if you are a Rouge member with Sephora, though, you're gonna get the best deal if you're able to get these at 20% off through Sephora. With that said, I will mention other products that I like, but I advise you to either sign up for their company email because you get a better deal from them. All right, so let's go ahead and start off with Natasha Denona. And just because I only have two products, and then we'll move on to other brands. So with Natasha Denona, if you are looking for something smaller, so if you're interested in her little miniature palettes that only bring the 5-pan ones, the one that I would recommend that you purchase is the Mini Retro. Reason being is that I think that this is a palette that can take you from fall to spring, because you have got a nice array of colors here. You've got these deep greens that give you those major fall vibes, and then you've got these lighter pinks that, you know, take you into spring, but you can also make this a very cool tone with adding some of that champagne and layering over some of the deeper shades to make it a little wintry, if you know what I mean. For that reason, I chose this particular palette. Now, if you're interested in any of her bigger palettes, by the way, I think I own most of her palettes. I think the only palettes I don't own is the Yucca palette and the new one that's coming out, the Xenon palette. I don't own either one of those two. All the other ones I pretty much have. So it was really hard for me to pick a bigger palette. With that said, I had to go with a tried and true that is, I think, gonna be worth the money, and that is the Natasha Denona Glam palette. So the reason I chose this palette was because although I have other favorites that I love more than the Glam palette, I feel that this is a palette that caters to most skin tones, and it's one of those palettes that I know that when I pull it out, it doesn't matter where I'm going, it's gonna give me a solid look. And for that reason, I chose the Glam palette. I am gonna go ahead and apologize for the background noise. I am in my dining room because of, you know, lighting, and the kitchen is over here, so my husband is cooking. And so we all know, since I moved to this house, I've been having some issues trying to chase the light in this particular house, so bear with me, but I'm trying to work with what I got. So moving right along, I want to talk about Buxom. I am not sure if Buxom offers a better deal on their website. you are watching this video, for those of you who do, leave a comment down below if you're able to get a better deal from Buxom on their website. But I am gonna go ahead and recommend their lip glosses. This one is actually a plumping lip cream, and this is in pumpkin pie. It smells like pumpkin pie. But I'm recommending their glosses in general. It doesn't have to be this color. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. I love the Buxom glosses. I think they're just a tried and true product. It is a cult favorite. It does have that peppermint kind of effect on the lips, so if that's not your jam, then you can skip this. But I've been using them for years and I absolutely love them. I already have fairly large lips, and no, for those of you who are new, I do not have lip fillers. But so I don't really see the effect on these. Like, they don't make my lips look bigger. I just genuinely like the product and its longevity and just the way that it works really well on its own or over lipstick. It doesn't run, it stays on for a fairly long time. So it is a tried and true product in my collection. The next product I'm gonna talk about is Necessaire. I've used I would say about 4 or 5 products from their line. My favorite is the body wash and the body lotion. So the body wash, I personally like eucalyptus. They do have fragrance free, but I think Sephora, they have other scents, but I think Sephora only carries like fragrance free and the eucalyptus scent. Amazon carries a wider range of scents, but you never see them. I never see them 20% off. So if you can pick one of these up during the sale, I highly recommend. I love it. For those of you who are sensitive to fragrance, this is a very mild eucalyptus scent. It's kind of like what you would smell at a spa. It is very light, and it's very soothing. But again, this is a clean brand. I absolutely love their body lotion. I love their body wash. I've tried their hand cream, but my opinion is still reserved on that because I haven't been using it long enough. But my updates on that will come soon. And I've also used their deodorant. I love their deodorant as well. However, I use their deodorant on and off during the year because it has a couple of acids in there. So it's not meant to be used all year round. But the main products I love from them is their body wash and their body lotion. Their body lotion is so good. Doesn't leave your skin greasy, but does provide you with that hydration that you're looking for, especially on my legs. I tend to be a little bit on the drier side around the ankles and like from the knee down, you know, does a great job. Moving right along, I want to talk about the Kosas Air Brow gel. The color that I use is medium brown, and I'm actually wearing it now in my eyebrows. I really love this product. For years, I have used Benefit Gimme Brow, but I kind of started to explore other brands because I wanted to see if there was anything comparable to that. And if you've been following me for a long time, you guys know I have used a lot of brow products. And I think that this is your best bet if you're looking for something clean, because this is a clean beauty brand. So if you're looking for a brow gel that's just as good as your Benefit Gimme Brow, this is where it's at. I think that Benefit Gimme Brow still holds #1 because their shade range is so wide. So Kosas, although they have a nice core solid shade range, I think that if you are a person that's like in between shades or you dye your hair and stuff like that, Benefit offers you a wider range of shades. but this is definitely, I think, a must try and a must have in your collection. I want to talk about Henry Rose, and this is only assuming that they are going to be part of the sale. They are new to Sephora. I do not know if they're going to be excluded from the sale. So you will take this recommendation with a grain of salt, all right? If they are gonna participate in the sale, then jump on it. Don't even think about it, okay? You just add to cart. As a matter of fact, choose a scent now and put that thing in your cart so it's ready to go. The first thing I want to recommend is their fragrances. So they have 2 sizes that they offer on the Sephora website. They offer the travel size, which is this, and then they offer their 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, which is not this. It is a bigger bottle, but I chose these because these are the fragrances that I think would be most appropriate for right now. I own Smith in the 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, but Smith I feel like is a more spring summer fragrance, and the 1.7 fluid ounce bottle retails for $120. If you've never tried the brand, 20% off is the best you're gonna get through Sephora if you're a Rouge member. This brand, I have never seen this brand on sale. I am part of their emails, and the most I get off of their website is maybe 10 to 15% off. I have never reached a 20% off discount with this brand, and they never participate in other retailer sales. They're never part of the Nordstrom Sephora sale. I'm sorry, the Nordstrom sale. And when Neiman does their sales, they're never included. So if you can get this at 20% off as a Rouge member at Sephora, I highly recommend it. The 2 fragrances I have here is Char, which is a lovely fall fragrance. I feel like this just smells like dried leaves, like dried fall leaves with like that crisp like fall scent in the air. I love it. I love this. And it is a very pricey brand, so if you've never tried it, I would recommend you go for this travel size. Just pick a scent and go with this size. I don't think that you will regret it. Another fragrance that I feel is appropriate for the season but will carry you into winter, sort of spring, is Queens and Monsters. Queens and Monsters is a very mysterious scent. It's very seductive, and I think you can swing it in the fall winter season. This is a deluxe sample size. I did get this free with purchase during like a promotion they were having on the Henry Rose website. This is not a size that is offered at Sephora for sale. So do keep that in mind. The next product from the line that I'm gonna recommend is their body cream. This one is in Sheep's Clothing, which is another one of my all-time favorite fragrances. This is like a rose with peppercorn kind of scent. I think it's very unique. It's like a floral scent with a twist. The cream is like, oh, by the way, in case I didn't mention this is a clean fragrance brand. It is amazing. This cream, the longevity of this cream is unmatched. It is luxury at its finest. This can literally be compared to Tom Ford. Baccarat Rouge 540, is it? That very expensive fragrance line that everybody loves. That is where I put this category of, you know, this fragrance line, this Henry Rose fragrance line. Their cream is absolute luxury in a tub, and it's clean. So no longer do we have to compromise longevity and of a fragrance when it's clean for a really long time. I felt like clean fragrances, we had to sacrifice quality, we had to sacrifice longevity, because let's face it, they did not last as long as our tried and true luxury brands and luxury fragrances. So I highly recommend Henry Rose. This cream is not greasy. Thus, honestly, I feel like it's just as good as the fragrance. So if you don't want to wear the fragrance and you rather just dab a little bit of the cream on your neck, you do you. I know a lot of people that do that. Moving right along, let's talk about Fenty. And the two products here I want to talk about is the Fenty Balm Gloss and the Fenty Creams. So this is the holiday edition. This one's called Hologram. It is a beautiful iridescent, am I saying that name right? Yeah, Hologram. It is a beautiful like iridescent shade. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. This is limited edition. I'm really not sure if this is still available, but if it is, absolutely gorgeous. And they should make this part of their permanent line. Look at that color. It is stunning, stunning. And like the micro sparkles in here, you don't feel it on your lips. It's not gritty. I love that the applicator is big, and I love the longevity of this and the moisture of this. This is a cult favorite, you know, people love it for a reason. The next one I want to talk about is their lip creams. Their lip creams are solid. This one is Cookie Jar, and I think it's the most appropriate now for fall. But I love these lip creams. The opacity of this is just as good as a lipstick. I feel like this is the glossy version of a liquid lip. Like, look at that. That is stunning. Obviously, the lip creams I wear on their own because you don't need a lipstick with this. I have Housewives. I have Honey Waffles, I think that it's called. Those are the three shades I like from the cream line, and those are the ones I usually have in my collection. Moving right along, let's talk Westman. Let's talk Westman Atelier. The first product I want to mention is her Baby Cheeks blush. This is a solid product. They're usually in this gray vessel, but this is a limited edition vessel that I got. So like if you order one of these in a full size, it's gonna look like this gray one. They have two sizes. You have the full size and you have the mini size. And for size reference, here you go. Now, if you've never tried the Baby Cheeks, I highly suggest you go with Petal. I think this is like a universal shade. This is their #1 selling shade for a reason. Let me swatch this on the back of my hand. This is a clean beauty brand, and her blushes are amazing. I love that satin finish. This is like a cool toned pink on me. And I not only use this on my cheeks, I also use this on my lips. So I love this product. It is, I think, my most used cheek product from her, because it is one of those colors that I know it's gonna be a solid for whatever occasion. So when I reach for it, I know that I'm gonna get a beautiful cheek color, no matter what. If you're looking for something a little bit more fall, winter, I would recommend Bichette. Now, I have Bichette in a mini. This was actually a little holiday duo from last year from Credo Beauty. And I'm glad I got this in a medium and in a mini size, because Bichette is a pretty deep shade for me, but it gives me all of the fall winter vibes. So I'm glad I picked it up in a mini, because I definitely use much less of this product than I do Petal, and it would be nearly impossible for me to get through like a full size of this. Okay, moving right along, I want to talk about her lipsticks. There is one lipstick that is my absolute favorite, and I have it in a mini. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my favorite highlighting stick for one reason. I can use this as a highlight, and I can use this on my lips, and I love using it for both. And my favorite shade is Lit. This is, I can totally see how this is a total personal like of mine. She has a whole line of highlighting sticks, but Lit just happens to be my favorite shade. It is like a mother of pearl shade. It is an opalescent kind of shade, but it is subtle yet stunning. Like, look at that beauty. I have this in a miniature stick because I kind of just wanted to try it, and this, I have all the shades, by the way. This is the one, this is my number one shade right here. I use this one the most, apart from Petal. But Petal is a limited edition shade, and you can't currently buy it unless you buy the whole Petal edition set, which is how I ended up getting this particular stick. That set is still available, it's just not available at Sephora. So if you're looking for a very unique highlighter, this is the one. I like this because although it is a dewy finish kind of highlight, and I have combination to oily skin, I feel that this applied with her baby cheeks, like applied with a brush, it doesn't have to be her brush, just any brush, will give you a nice, beautiful, ethereal look, and you won't have that like tacky feeling to it. But if you apply it straight from the stick, yes, at first you have a very dewy like kind of finish, but your skin actually starts to soak it up really nicely, and it just starts to look like part of your skin, and just makes you look like you have a really healthy glow on the cheekbones. The final product I want to mention from her line is, you guys know I recently did a review on her brush line, and you guys know that I love her brushes, but for the holidays she took out the most beautiful little petite collection of brushes with red ferrules. Her ferrules from her original line are black, and these are red. I can't tell you. She picked 4 of the brushes she thought would be the best for travel, that can give you a completed look. A lot of us wish that she would have added a miniature powder brush in here, but here we are. I highly recommend her brushes, and if this limited edition set is part of the sale, grab it, because I have never seen these brushes 20% off other than Credo Beauty. And although you can get, they run a 20% off friends and family sale, if you were not able to participate in that sale, you may be able to get this particular set during the Sephora sale. And the little red ferrules are just to die for. I think it's really festive. It's just so cute, and I love especially this brush. This brush was actually smaller than its original size. Like, the original size of this brush is like yay big in diameter, so I'm really happy that we got this like in a smaller, more travel friendly size. All of the other brushes in this particular set, which we have the blender brush, we have the eyeshadow 2 brush, and we have the baby cheeks brush that she uses for her blushes. I use this for highlight. I've used this with her iPods. This is a very versatile brush. But these 3 brushes are smaller in height, not in the brushes. So all the diameter of these 3 brushes are actually the same size of their original big sister brushes. So if you can get these on sale, highly recommend. And the other brushes I recommend from her line are the Eyeshadow 1 brush because of its shape. I think its shape is very unique, and you can use that for eyeliner or applying eyeshadow. And her powder brush is really nice. Let's talk merits. You knew the time was coming. The first thing I want to go ahead and recommend is like the hot commodity right now, which is the Solo shadows. And let's talk about first stunning packaging. Okay, I mean, who doesn't love their packaging? Let's just start there. I love the fact that they click, open, and shut. This is a soft matte finish shadow. The longevity of this is there. It's there. You don't have to wear primer with these shadows. They layer nicely with not with each other, with other products. So if you have like a sparkly cream shadow that you want to put over it, or you have the Westman Atelier pods that you want to get a sparklier shade and throw that on top, you can do so. If you have your favorite like Bobbi Brown cream shadow stick in another like matte shade that you want to use as liner or whatnot, these products play very well with other products. I have not had the best luck layering them together due to their finish. Like I said, it is a soft matte finish, and so when I find lately, I've only tried it a couple of times, so take what I say with a grain of salt. When I've tried to layer them on top of each other, they tend to lift up. So with that said, Merit, I don't think Merit created these colors to be layered on top of each other. That's why they're called the Solo shadow. So they are meant to be used as a one and done shade. The first one I want to show you is Studio. According to my foundation color, which is Linen, this is my perfect nude lid shade. Here's a finger swatch. And then here's that color swatched on the back of my hand. They were right, this is my perfect nude shade. It applies like a very creamy eyeshadow, and then it dries down as a soft matte, and it does not budge. If you don't double cleanse, you are going to need a makeup remover to remove these colors. The next color, and my most used color I want to talk about, is Social. This is a beautiful cool toned mauve, and although this is considered a statement color, I actually have the option of using this as a statement color or as a very light neutral shade. And then the final color I want to talk about is definitely a statement shade, and this one is in the color Viper. Viper is a beautiful antique green. It's absolutely stunning. This one I can use just as a liner or all over the lid. I do have to be very light-handed with this color. And you will see compared to, compared to the other ones, this is a much deeper shade. You can't go wrong with the Merit Solo shadows, but I would highly suggest just buy one. Just buy one. I feel like one is all you need. If you are an eyeliner girly and that's what you do on a regular basis, then I suggest going with a deeper shade like Viper or Midnight, which is like that blue. If you are somebody who's more like a throw it on, a one and done shade, I would suggest you go with either Social or Studio. Social is, out of all three of these, my favorite because of its versatility. I feel like I can build it up to be a statement color, but I can actually just use a very minimal amount and have it be like an everyday one and done subtle shade. Moving right along, let's talk about the Merit lipsticks, because for those of you who haven't been following me for an eternity, you know that this is one of my favorite products from the line, and I think it's what I own the most of. Their lipsticks are solid. By the way, for those of you who don't know, Merit is a clean beauty brand. And if you guys are wondering what it is that I'm doing, I am currently taking the swatches off my finger from the eyeshadows, and I'm telling you, they don't budge. So, because I'm gonna swatch the lipsticks. So, I have all of the shades except for Les Avenue, and there's one more that I don't have, but it doesn't matter. The two shades I want to talk about here, which I thought were the most appropriate for the season, is Slip. By the way, this is what the packaging looks like. So this one is Slip. It is a muted nude. And the reason I love the Merit lipsticks is because of the options that you have. So with one swipe, you get that kind of very light faded lipstick look. And then you can build this up to as much opacity as you want. They do not run, they're creamy, they're moisturizing. I just can't rave enough about their lipsticks. The next one I want to talk about is 1990, and this one is just like the perfect fall shade, and I think people have been really liking this color. So if you're able to get it and it's in stock during the Sephora sale, highly recommend. If you love that new like latte look that everybody's going for, then 1990 is the color for you. It is a beautiful cool toned chocolate brown. Speaking of cool toned browns, let's talk about their shade slicks. The only shade I own is Falcon. I immediately fell in love with Falcon because it is the glossy version of 1990, and I usually wear these two products together, but I love that their shade slicks are considered a lip oil, but you get that opacity of a gloss, if that makes sense. Here's that swatch. The opacity is there. For a lip oil, I don't think I've seen anything more pigmented than this. So I love that this lip oil gives you that option. If I want to have a light wash of color, you can. If you want to build this up, you can. I am pretty much good with just a one layer of this because this is a pretty deep shade for my particular skin tone. I love this. This doesn't run. It's, you know, moisturizing. And the last and final product I want to talk about is the Merit mascara. The Merit mascara is my holy grail mascara. You guys know that for the longest, the La Volume de Chanel held that spot. And she's still there. She's still there. But I'm gonna have to say, Merit has taken the crown because price point. So I am paying a little bit more of an affordable price for a mascara that lasts just as long as my Chanel. And what I mean by lasts as long, I don't mean on the lashes. I mean in the tube. For being a clean brand, we all know that clean products do not have the same shelf life as brands that are not clean. This mascara, I promise you, gets better with age, which is the opposite of what's supposed to happen. Usually mascaras become drier, and once they get drier, they become flaky, and then you have flakeville on your face. This not only lasts forever in the tube, forever, and that was why my Chanel mascara always held the #1 spot. The way that the Chanel bottle is designed, whatever locking mechanism that thing has, it really would preserve the mascara till the last drop, And so I really didn't find that in any other products on the market. The Merit mascara, it's there. It really is there. I absolutely love it. It is good until the last drop. And it's like, the more oxygen this thing gets, like the better it wears, you know? So if you haven't tried the Merit mascara, highly recommend. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video with one brand that I didn't mention, just because you can get a better deal on their website, along with a couple of other brands that I'll mention. The one brand I wanna talk about is Tower 28. Tower 28 Make Waves mascara is another really good mascara. My favorite product from them is their SOS spray. But the reason I'm not mentioning them in my part of my Sephora recommendation sale is because you can actually get a better deal on their website. A lot of the times they run a 28% off your purchase, because you know, they're Tower 28, you get it? So you actually end up getting a better discount from their website. So with that said, there's quite a few products from them that I love, but I would wait for their 28% off sale. Another brand I want to talk about is Bare Minerals. I feel like with Bare Minerals, you end up getting a much better deal. You get more than 20% off if you purchase them through Ulta, because Ulta runs separate sales on their own, and you can combine a 20% coupon. That was my dog. You can get a 20% coupon from Ulta, and that product will probably be on sale, and you can get a major discount on Bare Minerals products. So I would wait to purchase through them, and a lot of the times you get like 30 to 35% off of the Bare Minerals site. QVC also runs amazing deals on Bare Minerals, so there are other retailers where you can get a much better deal off of that particular brand. Another brand I want to talk about is Olaplex. Olaplex, you end up getting a better deal off of Amazon, Walmart, and Ulta. So won't be purchasing that through them. And that's about it. These are my recommendations. I tried to make this video as short as possible. But what I do want you to remember when you sit and shop this sale, if you are not a Rouge member and you don't get 20% off, this sale isn't gonna really be worth it for you, because you can get better deals at other retailers. Look at your collection currently. Like, actually go to your makeup collection, look at it. Look at the stuff that you need. Look at the stuff that you use the most. And when you're looking at that, think to yourself, are these brands gonna be worth shopping this current sale? Or am I gonna get a better deal at another retailer? And have that be your decision point, okay? Because I feel like that helps us stay grounded. This is not the end all be all of sales, okay? 20% off right now. It used to be a big deal because that used to be the most that you can get, but that's not it anymore. We can get 25 to 35% off from other retailers. Vegamore is another retailer where you can get up to 30% off from their actual website. You just gotta sign up for their emails and they'll let you know when they're running those deals. So purchasing Vegamore through the Sephora sale isn't gonna be isn't gonna be a deal for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope this was clear and concise. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you next time. Bye.